We're going to make sweet potatoes, and these are fresh from the farm. And we're going to peel them first, and then cut them in chunks. You could also bake them whole, but I'm going to make them so that they have a little more taste. And we're going to do it on a skillet. So we'll cut them in chunks. So we have our pan hot. We're going to make our sweet potato yams. And I put a little coconut oil, 1 teaspoon. I don't want it to dominate the flavor, but I do want it to be a little rich. I think I'm going to use 2 teaspoons, and we'll see how that works. And then we'll put a little bit of safflower oil in. This is very high quality oil. And just another teaspoon. So now the oil is warm. We'll move it all around the pan. And we're going to add our cut sweet potatoes. And they are all pretty uniform, so they can cook pretty much at the same pace. And we'll add a little salt, just enough to sprinkle around to start. And we're going to let them saute by themselves for a little while, and then we'll turn them, and we're going to add a little bit of cooking liquid, just a little bit, and then some maple syrup, and maybe a dash of soy sauce, and then they'll be yummy. So we're going to let them cook like that so they can get a little golden brown on the bottom, and then we'll turn them. Okay, these are ready to turn. You don't want them to get too brown. You just want a little golden feel. Sometimes when you cook a sweet potato, some kind of brown shows up. So I take them out and cut them off, because anything that doesn't look right is kind of bad. So sometimes it doesn't come out when you first peel them, but when you cook it, you can see it better. So now these, they are a little, just cut them off. We'll turn it off. As you can see, the sweet potatoes are now browning on each side. So what we're going to do is add some water to the bottom of this pan. And I'm starting with a whole cup, and I don't know if I'll use it all. You have to kind of see how it goes. But you want to catch the braising before the pan gets too dark. You want it to be golden brown so the taste is going to be yummy. And this golden brown will cook down and make the sweet potatoes quite delicious. So we've used a half a cup of water so far, and we're going to put in a tablespoon of maple syrup. And this will really make them sweet and delicious. Just stir this around, and we're going to let it simmer. And we don't want the potatoes to get too mushy, so we're just going to lower the flame and let them simmer in this beautiful broth for about 20 minutes. And now that all the water has gone out of the sweet potatoes, they're not quite soft enough yet, so we're going to add a little more water. Another half a cup. So altogether we're adding a cup, and we're going to let them cook some more on a medium-low flame, maybe a little higher like that. So this way they can simmer some more. If we put all the water in at once, then they would become more stewed and mushy. We don't want them mushy. We want them to still hold their shape and a little bit of firmness but tender. And then also I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon across the top, just so that everybody gets a little bit. There. And now we're going to let that simmer some more. You could also add a little orange peel if you want, or orange rind, a little bit, and makes it nice. So to adjust everything, we added another 1/4 cup of water so that they can cook more and get more tender, and a little bit more salt. So altogether the salt would be about 1 teaspoon. Since they're potatoes, they need a little more salt because they're high in potassium, so they need a little sodium just to balance them and makes them more tasty. So we're going to let this cook down and get real sticky, and then it will be done. It would be stickier if you used butter, but today we did not, so we could have a little more healthy dish with the coconut oil and safflower oil. And these should be yummy. We can also very much at the end, we can stick them under the broiler and they'll be beautiful because they'll have a nice little coating. So we'll do that at the very end. So we broiled it for about 10 minutes and added 1 more 1/4 cup of water. So total water was 1 cup. 1 teaspoon of salt, a little bit of cinnamon, and a tablespoon of maple syrup, and 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, and 1 teaspoon of safflower oil, and your finished product.